So good morning, YouTube. I just happened to catch this just barely, and it's real cool because I've got like this orange ball coming up out of the clouds. I know. I'd see if I can get the polarize on here just for a second so you can see what I'm looking at. That I have that, and it's real big. It's just real ginormous. You know, when you see it, my camera won't show it. Focal length or whatever, but. You never know where you're gonna be. I looked over like, oh, it's coming up now, and checked my phone. I was like, I have like 1 minute. So I went ahead and pulled over, and it's been misty and foggy all morning. It's great. It's like driving through clouds. It's wonderful. But I wanted to go ahead and get this on for the morning. So I'm not going to be here long because I'm up in the hills. The sun's going to be like real ginormous soon. It'll be up, and I've got things I need to do today. I'm running errands. Still, I really wanted to share this because it's just so beautiful. I don't know if you can see all that mist and everything coming in, how visible that is down in the valley. Um, like you can see that shiny down there. That's an actual pond, and then there's some trees like in the middle, right below the sun. That's a pond, and then there's some trees. So right, that white in there, that's mist. That's cloud. That's all fog. We're above the clouds. This is just, it's all through everything. So I may leave the camera on while I drive for a little while. That's a thought. I do that sometimes. I don't have a lot of battery, so it probably won't be long, but I am going to go ahead and sit here, just take the first 5 minutes. That way I can get a good snip out of this, and then I'll get back on the road. I've got somewhere I need to be. You have to stop and take time to appreciate some of this stuff when you can. I'm not going to be able to appreciate sunrises soon. I've got some things I need to do. I've got things I need to get to. So, today I have it within me to stop and pull over on the side of the road and look at this beautiful thing and share it with you. And so I took just a minute to do that. Yeah, like I say, it's not going to be long before I won't be able to do that anymore. I'm going to be so busy working. So I've been a cannabis user most of my life, and I take a little while off and on to just not use any. It helps with my meditations. I've got a prescription for pain management. Really, it just kind of helps me meditate and be calm and, listen to my body a little better. It's one of the reasons I use it, but I haven't lately. I've decided to go ahead and abstain from that, give myself a break. Part of it's for this job I'm doing, and part of it's because it's good for me. It's interesting to feel the changes in my body, and with my breathing as my lungs recover, and how my sleep is different. So it's good though to let yourself take a break from the things you enjoy, and just remember what it's like to not have them. You'll certainly appreciate them more. So I don't really consider it, a vice, because it's something I do put down and put away, but it is something I enjoy. It's something that's been helpful for me in my life. Not everybody agrees with that. But yeah, it is good to once in a while just take a break from everything, let your body heal, and let yourself clear out. A lot of coughing coming up, and my breathing. It's just, I guess my lungs are healing. I'm not smoking now. It had been a few years since I went without any, and yeah, every once in a while I like to go a year or two, a few months at least, just not have any. Like I said, I've got that sanctuary out in the woods, and that's a good place for that, and to work on my spirit and my heart and listen to nature. I got to worry about, taking care of things on planet Earth, me and my life, and having a house that's more livable, having a car I can, keep running, making the repairs I need. So right now, I just want to let all that go, and know that, I do take time in my life to strengthen my spirit and reflect on things. I don't live my life for money. It's really important to me right now. I face some challenges lately, and there's no amount of education There's no class. There's no words you can say when it comes down to whether or not you had money. And that's a really hard reality to face for somebody who's lived their whole life without worrying about it, for moments like these, for shared experiences with people I care about. That's what life's supposed to really be about, is those shared experiences. And I said, well, yeah, maybe if I had a little more money, I could have better experiences, a nicer room, whatever. I never cared. But then there's people that don't respect you if you don't have any. They think that you're broken, or you're poor, or you're not good, or you're low class, and nothing you do changes that. And when those are people in your life with control and power, when it's, a judge in your divorce, your custody case, when it's a teacher or somebody who's going to be your advisor in school, and they look down on you because you don't have that much money, it really hits you hard. And I don't want to worry about having more money than the next person, or all the money in the, I'm not worried about that. I just want enough that people leave me alone, right? I just want enough to make ends meet, same as anybody. And I've got so many advantages, having the farm and my education. I never thought I'd need it. I never thought I'd have to worry about, I'm really well educated. I can write my own legal paperwork. I can file things in court on my own. But it doesn't matter because I'm not a lawyer. I didn't pay someone to do it. And the judge looks at you and says, well, you're broke. You didn't pay someone to do this. It doesn't matter what you say. They don't care. It's not every judge, but it's some of them. That's how they think. People think money is what you're worth. Isn't that weird? I don't like that about the world. Because I'm totally worth curling up with and, cuddling if you're somebody that, I'm totally worth having a great conversation with. I'm totally worth playing a game with. I'm totally worth having dinner with. Right? My worth is a lot more than my bank account. And I see that in people. I see people that aren't educated, they're broke, and who they are as people, the way they see the world, the way they talk to other people, the way they express kindness and generosity. That's worth a lot to me. Even if they don't have a lot of cash, That's not the way the world works. I don't like it. I don't want it to be that way. So right now I'm really trying to focus on, just making a little more, a little extra. So if I don't need to use cannabis, if I don't need to sit at home, if I don't get to enjoy all these beautiful sunrises every day, that's how life goes. That's just what I need to do right now. Those are the sacrifices I make. So my house is done a little quicker. It's a little easier to keep warm, right? It's a little easier to make ends meet. And when challenges come up, I can face them a little better. Like I said, I don't like it that it's that way. I have to accept that is how the world I live in operates. And my stomach is operating and telling me that I need to get something to drink. I'll wait till that sun comes up above the clouds there, the second sunrise. I'm going to jump off of here. I do not have a lot of battery on this phone. Yeah, I'm at like 6% plugged in, so and it was at 10, so it takes a lot of juice. This phone's old. So that sun's going to crest the clouds in just a minute. I'll grab another snip and jump off of here. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's watching and come in. Without you, this is just me taking pictures and talking to the talking to the phone. So you're my viewers. You're what makes the channel. So. Yeah, I know life's busy and you got to pay bills, Everybody has obligations, work, family, kids, everything, doctor. But I thought I'd just take a moment here and share something with you. I just love the mist. I think it's so beautiful. Yeah, YouTube, my phone's going to die here, so I want to keep it charged up. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. I think we're about as up as it's going to get. I just don't think it's going to come through those clouds any better. They moved, and they're kind of doing the thing where they block it. So we are going to get back on the road. We'll say good morning to everybody. I hope your New Year's off to a good start. I hope your day's off to a good start. I'm doing van life. I'm storyteller. And I'll have more content for you later. So, see you, YouTube.